Man, what's up with it, man? Entertainment. Here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button. So if you so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Before I get this video started, I want to give a shout out to two people. I want to give a shout out to Pro Basketball Updates on Ticket TV. Go subscribe to his channels. He has multiple channels. And then also I want to give a shout out to Too Raw for TV. Up to all of his channels. He has multiple channels as well. I want to give a shout out to them two brothers because they had already spoke on this. And everybody was trying to come at Ticket. They were trying to come at his helmet because they were offended by what he had to say about Zion. Well, look, I'm gonna give my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you like it or not, there is some concern here, and it's not only from a fan and an outside looking in standpoint. It's also from a cultural standpoint, brother to brother. You know, black bro to black bro, both to kinfolk, however you want to look at it. Because, you know, man, you got to take care of your health, man. It's really serious. And look, let's just tackle it from an athletic standpoint and him coming into the league and doing what he's supposed to do, right? When you come into the NBA, you have an objective. You know, now some guys might have different objectives, and others may have other different type of goals and objectives that they want to obtain. But when you come into the NBA, they expect you to maintain a certain level of play and maintain your body and keeping your body in tip-top shape. Also, that comes along with your attitude and your dedication and your passion for the game. Zion Williamson is not passionate, or showing at least that he's not passionate. And he's doing this because he's unhappy with the organization. Well, Zion, if you're unhappy with the organization, do you or do you not want to play? That's the same question that you had to ask guys like Ben Simmons. Okay? But this one has to do with him being on the sideline. And I'm not even gonna go into, how much you've been eating and all this other stuff. Because you know what you got to do. Hell, you came in, and when you came in, you actually set a goal over the summer to try to come a little bit more chiseled, and you did that. And people got mad at me because I said that guys like R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish will have careers, and they are. If he keeps this up right here, he's not going to get any better. Understand that big players that have came into the league and they played with the weight that they had on them. But at the same token, it's not like they didn't try to get better. I got and then next thing you know, shout out all them people, right? I'm gonna give you another example who I felt like came in and he struggled with his weight, but in the end it didn't pan out for him well. But he nevertheless he kept trying, and that's Baron Davis. A lot of people didn't understand that Baron Davis, you know, he carried some weight on him, and he was fighting. You know, there was I think one thing I read, I forget where it was that I read, but Baron Davis during the off season was running 3 to 5 miles so that he could come back into good shape for the training camp. You know, and he was consistently. You saw Baron Davis working out and everything like that, because what was the big thing that held Baron Davis back? It was injuries. It was injuries. Thus, knowing that you have all that, you know, a lot of weight on you and body fat on you, it's not gonna pan up. It's not gonna pan out well for you, especially when you're running up and down the court. That's the same thing as Shaq too. You know, Kobe would consistently be working out, staying in tip-top shape, and Shaq would come in and have to play himself in shape. Everybody knows that. But that's why his career was kind of cut short. Shaq's career could have been much, much longer had he stayed in shape. Well, if you look at a guy like Zion, he's headed down that path. He's headed down the same path. And you have to ask the question, do you or do you not want to play? Do you want to step foot on the floor? If you don't want to come out there and play, then pretty much what you're doing is cheating the city of New Orleans and cheating the organization and cheating the fans too. Because they came to see you because, you know, you a hot ticket. A lot of people believe that you are very athletic. A lot of people believe that you can play. Hell, I believe that you could play, you know, but you're going to have to do something about the physique. Now, more so now, you know, it's your attitude too. Because you sitting up there, you know, having a beef with the organization and all this other stuff, man, you're too young to be doing all of that. And plus, you need to stop listening to some of the people that are around you. A lot of these people really, believe it or not, they want you to fail more than they want you to succeed. Believe it or not. Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people like, well, what about a support system and all this other stuff? Sometimes, man, you got to listen to yourself. You got to listen to yourself. These guys are out there fighting for you. These guys have fought to come out there and play. What about you? What about you? They got to do the same thing that you got to do. What you should be doing, you need to be out there at least like say, hey, look, I got a beef with the organization. Things ain't good for me right now at this point in time. But you know what, though? I'm finna just go out there and show the people that I could still play regardless. And then next thing you know, another door might open for you. We all know the situation that happened. We know that you weren't happy with New Orleans, and your family wasn't happy with New Orleans and everything. But if you look at some of the guys that are in the league right now, man, they're still keeping their body in shape. For all the shit that people talk about the Lakers, about, you know, them being old and all this other stuff. Hey, they still playing. They still running up and down the floor. Zion, when you look at him, look, I know y'all gonna be upset. He's not gonna be to barely be able to get up and down the floor. This guy has not played. It's gonna take him a minute to get back. You know, depending on how long, however long he stays out, it's gonna take him a long time to get back into mid-season form if he comes back at that time. So guess who you set? Guess who's being set back? Not only is he being set back, you setting the back. You setting back the team even more. Sort of like what Shaq was doing with LA. They had to wait for Shaq to play himself back into shape and all that other stuff. I don't want that to happen to Zion. I don't want that to happen to Zion. Because matter of fact, I believe that Zion is. I don't want to tell you. My bad. I believe that Zion is more capable of being a lot more successful. I just see that happening. But he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it doing this. You know, he got to get a lot better with his conditioning. And I'm not only on Zion's helmet. I'm on Luca's helmet too. Luca got to get in shape too. You know, I know everybody thinks that he's an MVP and all this other stuff, man. But you could do a lot better if you took care of your body, you took care of your conditioning. You'll see how better that works. You might not be the best player in the world. Look, Nicholas Batum and guys like Evan Fournier and man, who else? Hell, PJ Tucker, shit, Patrick Patrick Beverly, guys like that, right? You know, they're not the most talented guys in the world, right? You crazy. You crazy, Lou. Shout out to Lou, man. Go subscribe to that boy Lou the Rider Sports, man. But you know what I'm saying is, those guys, at least they make an effort to try to stay in the shape, and they're not gassed by the time the fourth quarter comes, or they're not showing up to training camp, out of shape. I mean, come on, Zion. Like, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Duke fan. I was pushing for Zion to be, better than LJ. But it's not starting off well. And then on top of that, you signed with Jordan Brand. How you think they're looking at you. Yeah, man, they're looking like, man, you don't want to play. You want to sit down. You want to model your new Dragon Ball Z outfit and give daps and hug to everybody. You got more excitement giving daps and hugs to everybody on the sideline when the game ends, rather than you being more amped to get back out there. What's up, Sonny? I see you in the building. You know, like, and some people might think like I'm joking about this or something like that. Like I'm clowning his weight. No, I'm not gonna clown Zion, because I know people in my family that have struggled with weight. Them weight fluctuate and everything like that. Look, I got a cousin, man, that's 6'9". He's like 6'8", 6'9", and he weighed like at one time he was almost 400 pounds. So he was tall and big, but he had to get the weight off of him, and it was a struggle for him. It was a mental struggle. It was a emotional struggle and psychological struggle for him. And he played sports too. He played sports, and he was good. He was good. I mean, he was talented in everything, but he was always trying to fight. Fight with that weight. You know, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's all muscle. No, 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 it's not. No, it's not. It's not. He had chiseled down. He chiseled down a little bit, man. Coming in after the first season. Like I said, Lou, Jordan's looking at it like, okay, look, we've invested you for our shoes, for our apparel. You're gonna be one of the faces for our brand. And look, I gotta be honest. This makes Luca look like a tip top Marine or Navy SEAL in shape. When you know damn well he's not in shape, but the one thing I give Luca, at least he playing. You got to get out there, man. Like for real, Zion, man. It's either are you gonna play or you not gonna play. No, I'm not gonna get on here and say, "Oh yeah, man, you a fat ass." You know what I'm saying? All you do is eat Kentucky Fried Chicken and In-N-Out Burger, and you know what I'm saying, eating nothing but you know what I'm saying, honey buns and all this other stuff. I'm not gonna say none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what I am gonna say is what Kobe once said about himself. He said, "Look, I gotta get my fat ass in shape." That's the mentality that you have to have. That's what you have to have. But there are people out here that are struggling, that are working a 9 to 5. They hustling. They doing everything they can to put money, money in their pockets and food on their table and keep a roof over their head and for them and their family and stuff. And they hustling and everything, doing everything that they can. So they putting everything that they can into whatever job that they're at so that they can maintain and keep their job. That's the same thing that you have to do, Zion. That's what he has to do. You know, the greats that are. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. You said how you know what I eat? Oh, you you trying to be funny, but you know, nah, this is a serious thing, man. And look, we gotta, John Sally, man, had got on and he did an interview, and he said that the lifespan of an NBA player is not that long. It's not that long because of the diet that they maintain. Um, you know, I'm salute to you, T Price. I see you in the building. Y'all go subscribe to T Price too. I'm a firm believer that okay, like when different superstars try to maintain. Look, y'all can sit up here and y'all can say all that. Y'all can talk all that trash about LeBron, right? And everybody can say everything that they want to about either LeBron or a guy like Westbrook or even Carmelo Anthony, right? But the one thing that you can't say about them is that they never maintained and kept their body up into shape. Think about it. LeBron just started getting little knick-knack injuries, right? He just started like maybe a couple seasons ago, besides a sprained ankle here and there. Westbrook, besides that knee injury that he suffered by with Patrick Beverly, he had never missed a game up until that point. And that now he's starting as he aged and everything. He's had little stuff here and there. And then with the same thing with Carmelo Anthony, he wasn't always getting injuries and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? People talk about Carmelo Anthony as if he was, a walking injury or something like that, like AD or something like that. And that wasn't the case. You know, but that you have to give respect to those guys because you criticize those guys and you say, okay, well, he's trash and he can't do this and I hate this dude and all this other stuff. But the one thing that you have to give them respect about is the way that they're able to maintain their bodies. And that's why when it came to D Wade, the only thing that held D Wade back is the fact that he was always his impact on the floor and him falling and couldn't get up and all of that. And he played he played somewhat of a reckless style of basketball. And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to his body couldn't take it no more. And see with Kobe Bryant, he had some injuries. He broke his foot a long time ago, and then of course he had the Achilles, and then of course he would get sprained ankles there, and he was playing through injuries too. You know, so what's up with it, Scrub Zero? You know, like people think that I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna talk about this guy. I'm gonna troll this guy. No, I'm not doing that. But I'm asking you a question, man. Do you want to play? Do you want to play the sport or not? Because there's people that's waiting in line that's training in way better shape than you. Look, you got a guy like LiAngelo Ball that's in way better shape than you. LiAngelo Ball is a whole nother. That's an example too. LiAngelo Ball was a Husky player. Uh, had to lose some weight and chisel down, and look what he did. He came back. Look, his physique looked completely different when he showed up to Summer League. Looked completely different. And you're like, what does that have to do with Zion? It's got a lot to do with Zion. It's the fact that he wants to work hard and wants to be there and have a place in that league. But see, no, y'all look at it, y'all want to get up here and y'all want to clown these guys. Like with James Harden, as much as everybody clown him about eating honey buns and doing this and doing that and stuff like that. Listen, what if a person like James Harden, who is an asthmatic, whose weight fluctuates very easily, what if that person ends up dying in their sleep? But see, y'all don't think about stuff like that. This is real. And that's why I'm not this is a real serious problem right here. Listen, man, I know guys, man, that have played in the NFL. I know guys that have played professional sports, NBA, whatever. Some of these guys, man, after they get done playing basketball or playing football, like you should see what they have to go through. Some of these guys can't even sit in a regular chair. Like when they work at an office or something like that. Some guys can't stand for a long period of time. Like when you get to a certain age and all that weight that he's carrying and stuff like that, it's gonna impact your joints. It's gonna impact your lower extremities. It's gonna impact your knees, your ankles. More importantly, man, it's gonna impact your heart. It's gonna impact your it's gonna cause for heart disease and stuff. You know, but people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about high cholesterol. They don't want to hear about high blood pressure. They're like, I'm all right. Nah. No, you ain't, motherfucker. Then you dead. Oh, well, nah, I just die anyway. Oh, yeah, you want to die at 25? You want to die at 35? No, the fuck you don't. Shit. You a motherfucking lie, nigga. You want to continue to get pussy. You want to continue to go ahead and smoke weed. You want to continue to have fun and live your life. You want to continue to go to the club. You want to continue to shoot ball. You want to continue to do the things that you love, nigga. Don't sit up there and tell me that shit. Oh, well, man, if I die, I die. Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my face if you're talking to me like that. Because I got an uncle right now, man, that's in his 60s. And will run circles around all you young motherfuckers. And he's like, look, I keep my body in shape no matter what. So there's no excuse. I don't tolerate any excuses. But anyway, man, thank y'all for pulling up Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I'm gonna get at y'all later.